Larry, good to see you. We are starting with a question today. Who needs an estate plan? When I hear the word estate, I assume it's for people with really high net worth or people who own a lot of land, but that might be a misconception, right? Who needs an estate plan?
Aaron, I tell everyone, my clients and everyone I meet, everyone needs an estate plan, regardless of wealth. Frankly, the smaller estate that you have, the more taxing it is on what you're leaving behind. So everybody needs an estate plan. It's certainly if you're a business owner or have a higher net worth, maybe you have some complex items that go along with it. But what makes, as you see here, the chart there, what makes up an estate plan? Houses, investments, IRAs, 401ks, real estate, personal property, life insurance, all those things are important. But again, even a small estate, if you do not have a good estate plan, the state has one for you, and it's going to be very expensive.
Right, right. Well said. Now, I think a lot of people say, well, what if all of my documents, my investments have beneficiaries? Do I still need an estate plan?
Absolutely. Again, great question. And many people do that. I've had several people ask me, well, hey, if I make sure that this is done and I have the bank has, I have joint accounts. In fact, some people say, should I go ahead and put my kids on my home and do all these things to avoid it? I would say just spend a few dollars to get it done correctly because there's some concerns there that you may have the best children in the world, but goodness, if they fall asleep at the wheel from working late, run over someone, they take your house while you're still living. So getting a good estate plan is so important. And look, it's really not just protecting you; it's protecting your loved ones, to where they don't have to make some decisions for you if you were to age or have a accident, mess up too early in life. It protects your heirs as much as it protects you.
Right. So, well said, Larry. Let's take a look at what goes into an estate plan. Walk us through this, please.
Yeah, so a general will, and again, this is just to me a generic, everybody should have a will or a trust, a revocable trust. The will generally will come with a power of attorney for assets and a healthcare directive. And those two things being different, I've heard people say, oh, I've got a power of attorney. Certainly, you really need a power of attorney that where you can, whoever you trust, while you're very conscious and cognitive of your thoughts, of saying, if something happens to me, I will allow this person to sell some of my stocks or bonds or move my monies around in my checking account. So very important for that. And then the healthcare directive, again, if you needed an operation or had some declining health that you could not make that decision for you, that you do that, you have that directed as to who you would prefer to do that. That being said, a quick add on here is many times someone will think, well, I'm doing a will, I'm going to have my oldest child do this or my youngest child. Really should think through who would do well. Advanced healthcare directive. Maybe it's not the oldest child, maybe it's the middle child or the youngest child that would handle that
Right.
best.
Right.
That being said, to add on to that, the trust, a revocable trust is also a very good item that it avoids probate. It kind of helps you along with that because probate is what you try. Probate's not necessarily a dirty word, but it does cost time and money when you go through probate. So you want
Hmm.
to try to avoid that and have a good
Hmm.
estate plan put together.
And it's public if you want to keep your
Absolutely, and it's
finances
public.
private. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
Larry, I feel like a lot of people kind of avoid this because it can bring up some really complex family dynamics.
absolutely. And I say that, look, I understand, many of us have had something in our past and with children or, there's something that you worry about there, but, that decision is going to be made and it's best that you can make it. Why,
Right.
again, you have the right thought because, yeah, I say all the time, if you don't make it, the state's going to make it for you, or you're
Hmm.
going to have family quarrels after you're gone. So it's best to go ahead and address that and put some things in motion.
Right. About taking care of your family. Well said. Larry, if somebody would like your help with that, because I know you work with a team of experts, what's the best way to reach you?
They can call our office, 615-216-1048. They can go to our website, get some information, www.sfawealth.com.
All right. Perfect. Larry, thanks so much for your time today. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Aaron.